Well, folks, somehow we knew this was coming. From Citadel Politics, Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx to get kicked out for using fraudulent model to persuade President Trump to lock down entire U.S. economy. Published yesterday, May 7th, 2020. And here you got this guy right here, Dr. Fauci, one of the biggest criminals since Adolf Hitler, as far as I'm concerned. Dr. Tony Fauci and Dr. Deborah Birx used Imperial College model to persuade President Trump to lock down the entire U.S. economy. The fraudulent model predicted 2.2 million American deaths from the coronavirus pandemic. The authors of the Imperial College model shared their findings with the White House Coronavirus Task Force in early March. Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx then met with President Trump privately and urged him to shut down the U.S. economy and destroy the record Trump economy. A new critique of the Imperial College model finds the study is completely unusable for scientific purposes. The study is a sham. Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx pushed a garbage model on the White House and the American public and destroyed the U.S. economy. And they should be put up against the wall and shot. As reported weeks ago, in mid-April, Dr. Fauci admitted that it was he and Dr. Birx who persuaded President Trump to lock down the U.S. economy, knowing the massive destruction this would cause in jobs, lives, and commerce. The President admitted that during a press conference in April that two very smart people came into his office and urged him to lock down the economy, or 2.2 million Americans would die from the China virus. But President Trump did not say who those two very smart people were. Yeah, they were very smart, all right, smart like a fox. Put him against the wall and shoot him for treason. President Trump, the big projection being that 2.2 million people would die if we did nothing. That was another decision we made. Close it up. That was a big decision that we made. Two very smart people walked into my office and said, listen, these are your alternatives. And that was a projection of 1.5 to 2.2 million people would die if we didn't close it up. That's a lot of people. And that's a lot of bullshit. Dr. Fauci later admitted he persuaded the president to shut down and kill off the U.S. economy. Dr. Anthony Fauci, I can tell you, the first and only time that I said we should do mitigation strongly, the response was, yes, we'll do it. CBS Evening News reported this on April 13th, 2020. Unbelievable, folks. The biggest bullshit story in American history. And people should swing from the gallows for this type of shit, because they knew it was bullshit from the get-go. Just like General Flynn's case, just like everything that they've done for the last 75 years is total, complete, utter bullshit.
Hello, this is Dave from Net4 Truth USA, Inglorious Patriots. It is May 8th, 2020. Somehow, we knew this was going to happen. If you saw my previous videos, I excoriated Dr. Fauci for being the point man in the AZT scenario, which killed more people than the AIDS virus, and he was involved in a lot of other things, as being an advocate for refugees coming over from Africa who were infected with the Ebola virus years ago. And if you do your research, you will find a very sordid past for this. I don't know what to call him. He's either stupid or he's a criminal. One or the other, he's gone. So, adios, muchacho. The things that these people have done to take out the President of the United States is treason. The whole bunch of them committed treason. Let's be straightforward. straightforward. They attempted and are still trying to negate the 2016 election, which means my voice and your voice to them don't count. The vast majority of people voted for Donald Trump. He won the Electoral College and the popular vote. And that's going to come out too eventually. And if something isn't done about this voter fraud business, voter fraud should be treason, or at least sedition, life in prison without parole. Put them on an island somewhere, give them a ball-peen hammer and a roll of toilet paper, let them hunt roaches and rats to eat, and fight over themselves, amongst themselves, for the last roll of toilet paper. And we could put that on closed-circuit TV pay-per-view, and we could pay off the national debt. Not that we owe anybody anything, because the Federal Reserve Bank was a privately held corporation that ripped off Americans for 107 years. That means for my entire lifetime, and yours as well, everybody who's watching this has been robbed. And President Donald Trump is trying to unrob us. And all of this giveaway money that, hey, just give it away, fuck it. We'll let the Federal Reserve's funny money pay for all the goods and services that we need. And then when we maxed it out, we'll say, oh, we don't owe you shit. Adios, take a walk. Take a flying fuck for a rolling donut. Have a nice day. The same thing we should do to the Saudis. Since we're oil independent now, we should call them up and say, hey, Prince Fahid Jahul, whatever your name is, you know those 50 million barrels of oil that you're pumping out of the ground every day? Well, you can take that oil and turn it into Vaseline and rub it on your camel's ass, because we don't need it. Have a nice day. A lot of people in Washington, D.C. are going to have a nice day when all of these papers come out. 6,000 documents that, what's his name, Adam Shit is trying to keep from being released. And I'm wearing my headset because I got to talk low because Tony's still sleeping. It's 9 o'clock. She's still out of it, so I'm not going to wake her up. We got to do something about these people. The FBI has been corrupt for many, many years, at least 25 years that I know of, from personal experience. From personal experience. Trust me on this one. Personal experience. If you saw my last couple of videos, you'll know why. Put the pieces together. And what they did to General Flynn, and to Brett Kavanaugh, and to Donald Trump, and to Roger Stone, and to Julian Assange. Nobody's talking about Julian Assange anymore. One of the biggest heroes in American history. Julian Assange. And Tom Fitton. And Project Veritas. Oh my God. Oh my God. What they've uncovered should have led to public hangings. Should have led to dragging them out in the street like Mussolini. What the fuck is wrong with the American people? What the fuck is wrong with you? And now in California, if you have one bathroom in your house and somebody in your house has the corona, they're going to take your kids out of your house. I tell you what, folks. You know what it's time to do? It's time to lock and load. It's time to lock and load. Somebody comes to my house. you better bring some fucking artillery, because I'll take you out coming down the road. I ain't waiting for you to show up at my door. I had enough of your fucking bullshit. And I had enough of you fucking with my life. That's it. I'm out here in the middle of West Bumblefuck, North Dakota, and I'm going to stay here until the shit hits the fan. And then I'm going to do my part. I'm going to be doing some Patriot shit. Oh, but don't come to that. But I think it's going to come to that. I think it's going to come to that. Been saying it for years. I think it's going to come to that. And here's to the coffee. This is the only people you can trust. My dogs. The only people on this planet that I can trust. Because they ain't out to fuck me. Along with a few very good friends that I've made via this venue. And the censorship is, I'm not even trying to monetize this channel. Not until they hang. Not until they hang. They ain't shut me down, I'll open another one. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. And by the way, if you're not subscribed to all of my channels, don't be surprised when one of these days you don't get any videos from me, because they might shut me down too. They're shutting a whole bunch of people down. Do you think, listen, you assholes at their tube, do you think that you're going to shut us up? You dumb motherfuckers. You are one pack of dumb motherfuckers. Now you think that you're going to get away with this shit. You think you're going to get away with this shit. You're out of your fucking mind. Pieces of garbage. I have never seen such shit in my life. I'll tell you what. I would pull the trigger, or pull the lever, or push the button to incinerate these sons of bitches, and I wouldn't even think two thoughts about it after that. I would sleep like after I went to Outback and had a bloomin' onion and a filet mignon, I would sleep like a baby. I'm 1,000 yards there, motherfucker. And I'm out to do some damage before the Lord calls me to my fucking reward. Just waiting for the opportunity, just like every other patriot in this country. Waiting for the excuse and the opportunity. You better hope the government arrests you, put you on a fucking boat, and send you out somewhere in the middle of the Pacific Ocean with the fucking statues on Easter Island, because you do not want to fall into Patriots' hands. We've had it with your fucking bullshit. We ain't taking it anymore. And you're this fucking close. This fucking close to being taken out for real. You, your whole cabal, and everybody you fucking know. Adios.
This is Dave from Net4 Truth USA, Inglorious Patriots. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing this video. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your calls of encouragement. And most of all, thank you for your support. Please subscribe to our backup channels, Net4 Truth USA 2 Patriot channel, BitChute.com/net4 Truth USA, and drop.space / Net4 Truth USA. We fly so close to the target, we are on our 5th fighter jet. We will be relentless and persistent until the enemies of freedom are defeated. You can support this channel by using the links in the description, but for a $100 donation, I will personally send you a autographed hardcover special edition copy of Land of Childhood's Fears. Also, visit my bookstore at lulu.com / Net4 Truth USA. If you are viewing this video on BitChute, you can use the links in the description to support us, or simply click the green $ dot on our video to support this channel. Thank you. Links are in the description section.